My career was completely destroyed last year.
Happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish.
Why buy Kanye's album?
Superstar Kanye West is mourning the death of his mother.
This shit sucks. I don't ever want to hear this from Kanye West again.
Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Fuck Kanye West.
He's a jackass.
This guy's a fucking bitch.
I stopped doing music altogether.
To be there for me so shit like this don't happen to me. Because it's...
In today's video, I will show you how Kanye West took all this pain and hate towards him and turned it in one of the greatest albums ever made, and with it produced his redemption project.
I really put myself in a zone that I felt like my life was dependent on the success of this album.
And it all started right here.
I always say, like, I feel sorry for anybody that's not here right now.
When making that album, did you guys know that you guys were arguably making the best rap album ever?
Yeah.
But why did everybody already know that they were producing one of the best albums ever before they even started? Well, it was because of this.
Wake up in the morning, about 8 o'clock, go to Ye's crib, eat breakfast.
Like a buffet table, then we played basketball, then went to the studio.
Kanye had signs posted on the wall, so all these different rules to keep us isolated from the outside world.
These rules were also set up like that because Kanye wanted to forget about all the pain and hate that America had towards him. That's why there were rules like no blog checking. But Kanye, of course, also wanted to build his goodwill with his fans back. That's why he started off with the idea of Good Fridays.
The Good Fridays has become a real forum for exclusive music,
where every Friday they released a sort of demo song, an unfinished project which they were working on for free to their fans.
Good Fridays kept hip-hop fans tuned in for each weekly drop.
But now that the fans were actually hooked and wanted to hear what Kanye has got, Kanye needed an actual single. The production for the first single, which is going to promote the album, started off with this beat from S1.
Rhymefest calls me and he's like, yo, S, I'm going to be in the studio with Kanye. Send me some joints over, and if I get the opportunity, I'm going to try to play them for him. So I was like, cool. So I sent it to him. 2 weeks later, I get a text on my phone, and all the text says is, yo, Kanye is loving your stuff. He just said he's about to change your life. So my original version is pretty much, I did the drums.
Okay.
I did the sample, so the chant sample, and then like the siren that's in it.
So to turn this beat demo into a huge, gigantic song which fits the theme of dark fantasy, Kanye West brought in Mike Dean, who started off with this guitar. Then added another one. As well as added an acoustic bass. But for a Kanye lead singer on his biggest, most maximalistic album, that's not even enough. So to make it even bigger, Kanye brought in producer Jeff Baska, who added this bridge right here.
21st century schizo man. Oh yeah, there's the little breakdown. It would be a beautiful death, jumping out the window.
But now that Power actually released, the fans were really happy with the song. It wasn't like 808s and Heartbreak, so people were outraged about the autotune use.
This shit sucks. I don't ever want to hear this from Kanye West again.
But a lot of people were still kind of annoyed that we didn't get a new Kanye. We didn't get an apology for what happened. In order to get the people back on his side for the huge release of Dark Fantasy, Kanye started working on his next single. The story of how Runaway came together is just incredible. It started off with this original idea from Emil Haney.
The way I got to work with Ye on like a song like Runaway was I happened to be in the studio with Cudi. It started from me simply being in the room kind of on break and him saying, "Do you have any beats?" Was playing it and got to one that I really didn't think he would gravitate towards, and I tried to skip it and he goes, wait, what's that? If you heard the track from the way Runaway is now, it's night and day. It's like two totally different things, but he doesn't really listen. He was just listening, I guess, for the melody, and he caught the Runaway melody really quick after hearing this kind of random beat that I had, and went in the booth and belted out Runaway.
And that's so incredibly important. You see, Kanye listens to everything. So if he just likes a melody that you use in some random beat, he's just gonna take that and use it in a new context.
Kanye is just really good at getting the best of the best to help him fulfill his vision.
And while they were working with the sketch and original beat from Emil Haney, Jeff Basker created this stroke of genius.
Kanye mentioned, he's like, oh, I want to have like this, I think we should have this like bell that goes with this, the snare, you know, bing, bing. So I was like kind of programming that. And then I had I had this on my little tiny controller, and I was just programming that. And then I felt like I was in the wrong octave, so I switched the octave and it went,
no
and
way.
then I switched it back. I was like, that wasn't right. And then and I did it again. I was like, that actually sounds kind of cool.
Right.
Doing it like that. So I'm just doing it on this little controller.
Oh my God,
right?
you literally freestyled.
And that became this like, I mean, it's not freestyle. It's like kind of like the process of composing, but
okay.
But yeah, that became such an iconic, haunting thing.
Sure.
And Kanye kind of picked up on that, like, whoa, that is so fire.
On top of that, they added this drum loop sample right here. But again, this is supposed to be a single for Kanye's most maximalistic project. So because of that, they added huge string sections like that. And after releasing Runaway, the fans loved it. But now Kanye and his team needed to finish all of the songs in Dark Fantasy. And they were just at the brink of flying back from Hawaii when this happened.
Kind of was like the last day in the studio, you know, after like maybe a couple months stint.
The Ghetto University is gonna be that single, but it's called All of the Lights now.
Now it's time to get to work.
That just came like in a burst of inspiration. Like we'd just come back from playing basketball in Hawaii, and I just like came in the room and had my keyboard up and just started just tried, just came out just like that.
Freestyle that?
Yeah.
You're joking.
Yeah. And then Kanye got on his MPC and boop, pop, 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 did the beat. Like we did that in like 5 minutes.
And Kanye, of course, instantly caught this idea and was like, yo, I need to turn this into a huge maximalistic brass section. So to do that, Kanye called Ken Lewis, who is in charge of making Kanye's visions come true, like on All Falls Down, where he recreated the sample. And now here, he had to turn this into this huge brass section, which we hear later.
Kanye calls me up and he's like, dude, I want you to do a horn section that sounds like, a stadium at halftime. All he did was he sent me this little Casio melody that sounded like a $20 keyboard.
Yeah.
So then I just went and did it and turned in the exact thing that you hear, and it was radio silence. Didn't hear a thing, which usually in Kanye land means you know, he listened for like 30 seconds and it didn't catch him, and he just shit all the work out. But like 3 months later, they called me for something else, and they're like, you know, asking me to do something else, and I hadn't heard about the horns. I'm like, yo, the horns on Ghetto University, what happened to those? And he's like, oh no, they're great, we love them, they're perfect, they're in. So I'm like, thank you.
The production of All of the Lights is probably one of the best instruments to showcase the maximalistic nature of this album. And then finally, the day of the album release came.
Definitely one of the greatest albums ever made.
That note can just bring a stadium to its feet.
The internet is on fire right now.
I'm really happy for you. I'll let you finish.
My mom saved my life. To do an album right after the year that I had, and after all your career's over and die, nigga, die, and you'll never make music again, and to come back and do 100,000 the first day, digital alone, to be slated to do 600,000 in the first week. And I don't talk about the numbers, but what that number says is that people want me to keep making music and for me to not give up.
But I'll be honest, there was so much more information out there that I just didn't have the space in the video, so I put additional producer gems, in-depth breakdowns of the sounds that I used all on my Patreon. So if you want that, check it out. Outside of that, like it, please let me know which album I should do next. Thanks for watching.